So welcome David Geddio to In Tune. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So you are a new inductee to the Berks County Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, getting inducted here in 2018 at the next Magical History Tour concert. Mm-hmm. And you were chosen by the people of Berks County through the People's Choice Award, which is an online voting platform where the people of Berks can really get on there and vote for whoever they want. And you were the top winner of those votes. So that must mean that you have a long history playing here in Berks County. Can you tell us a little bit about your history and how you got started playing?
I started actually back in fourth grade, trumpet. I went to Muhlenberg High School, so I played all through school. Trumpet, played in all their jazz bands and that. Then I decided I wanted to continue with music, so after high school, I went to Westchester University. And I got a degree in music education from Westchester, all through that time playing trumpet in all their top jazz bands, and also coming home on the weekends playing in local jazz bands and big bands around this area. After I graduated from college, I got auditioned for a local band, must have been about 1991, called Burning House, which is a very popular band at the time, playing all the local clubs. We used to play a lot of clubs that closed around here, like Strand Cafe, Top of the Rock, Beaujolais, Firehouse, Youngies, a lot of different clubs every weekend. And I played in their horn section for probably almost 16 years. And I always had a love of other instruments, especially guitar, so I always played guitar by myself throughout, but I never played in that band. I always played trumpet. And then it was, about, I'm going to guess maybe 2005, 2006, when I formed my first rock band called Musical Chaos, playing guitar with some other local musicians that I played in with that band, and did the same thing. So I've just been playing in the area ever since, everywhere from Lancaster, Harrisburg, Philly, all through the Reading area.
So you never really stopped playing music. You've just been
I never
stopped.
On it. I
Yeah.
started in fourth grade, whatever age that is, 8, 9 years old, and I never stopped.
That's great.
I'll be 50 coming up, so it's been many years of playing.
Fantastic. What type of music influenced you, or is there a particular musician that really inspired you to start playing, or?
Well, back then in fourth grade, I didn't really, you didn't have that. But when I got into high school and college, I got influenced. I was very heavily influenced into soul and funk and Motown. So that was always my love. I mean, even today, even though I play rock, I mean, I was very heavy in, all the bands like Earth, Wind & Fire, Chicago. Tower Power was like my all-time favorite. And some other great harmony bands, Take Six, which is all vocal band stuff. So I was very rooted into more of like the soul, funk, Motown. So it worked out real well when I got lucky to get auditioned and get in the band Burning House, because that's all the kind of stuff we did. Everything from the Earth, Wind & Fire in Chicago and Temptations and that kind of stuff.
So lots of good music to dance to.
Yeah, that's the main thing. And even today, when we play the band I'm playing in currently, we try and find music, even if you're in the rock genre, that you can dance to, which is all about the Magical History Tour. I know that they want to dance it. So I love something. If I hear something and it makes you want to move your feet, it's a good tune.
Who else is in your band? You're in Musical Chaos.
In Musical Chaos, the original band actually. The whole original band is going to be performing this year at History Tours, which is great. So I formed the band. I'm on lead guitar, and then bass player is Lee Achenbach, who is also an inductee in the Hall of Fame. He played with me in Burning House, and he currently plays in Flaming Dick and the Hot Rods. My drummer is Lee Schaefer, who he was the original drummer. He is also an inductee. Many years ago, he plays in a popular band from the 70s called McCooch. And then my keyboard player is J.R. Sensenig, another inductee. Everyone in my band is
the all-star crew.
They all were inducted before me. So he's a great keyboard player. He actually played for many, many years. He was with Gary Melton, playing with him. The only one that wasn't currently inducted besides myself is our lead vocalist, Steve Long, who's a great vocalist. He played many, many years ago in a popular band called Gaga Gorilla, which is a popular rock band in here. But that's the lineup for Musical Chaos.
How did you come up with your band name, Musical Chaos? Where does that come from?
Believe it or not, I was just trying to search a name for the band, and I didn't know what I wanted. And it's weird the timing, because at the time I was also getting my first tattoo. I was late in life, but I got into tattoos, and I saw this tattoo. Believe it or not, and this is it.
Oh, nice.
And that's the symbol, and the tattoo was called Musical Chaos. So I was like, that's pretty neat, this treble tattoo, because it's hard to see, but if you're a musician, you can see it actually looks like a treble clef.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a treble tattoo, and so I got the tattoo, and I said that's what I'm going to call the band, Musical Chaos.
That's great. So. You have it branded on you.
I have it branded on me,
lifetime. Yeah. So, what is the most unexpected thing that's ever happened to you at a gig? Do you have any interesting stories about playing in Berks County?
Not that I could think of unexpected. No, I mean, there's always a lot of things that happen, but I can't unfortunately, any particular that. I'm more focused on a lot of the stuff that, was wow and exciting. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a couple really neat things we did, back in the day when we sort of got in with WIOV, and when they would have big country acts come in and out, we got to open for them. Oh, neat. So, yeah, I mean, one of my best memories would be opening up for, at the Reading Municipal Stadium, we opened up for Sarah Evans, who's a big country singer, and Lone Star. And at that time, Lone Star was like only 6 months. I don't know if you're familiar with country, but they had a slow song called Amazed that came out. Mm-hmm. And meeting them guys and the thing, they were like all 22 real young guys, and they had this national hit, and now they're big thing, stars. So that was always cool. That's fantastic.
That's a great audience to play to there at the stadium.
It was really neat. They had the whole infield all blocked off, a big stage up there, and it was nice.
If money was no object, what piece of musical instrument would you buy?
Oh, if money was no object, I would definitely say a grand piano. Not a baby grand, a full grand.
Interesting. You play piano as well?
Yes. Yeah, I mean, not great, but yeah. But when you go for music education, the main instruments, you have to take your primary instrument, which again, mine was trumpet. But the other two things you got to take all through college is piano and vocal, because if you want to teach in the music in the school setting, you got to be able to be pretty proficient at those. So, do
you teach?
I don't teach anymore. I did teach for about 16 years. I taught private lessons. I had a lot of trumpet students all through privately. I did a little bit of student teaching and sub teaching at Warwick Elementary, French Creek Elementary, and Owen J. Roberts High School.
Wow. Yeah. So you've really been kind of giving back your talents to the community.
Yeah, I enjoy teaching. I wish I had more time. I had to stop teaching years ago, but I still stay active in the music. Like I said, I play every weekend, so in the bands and that. But unfortunately, as you get older with work and kids and that, I just couldn't do it all. But I do miss teaching. That actually, that's why I went to school for it. I just love teaching. If anyone just sits down and starts asking questions about music theory or something, or any of my music, friends and that, I could just talk all day about it, because I just, like sharing knowledge and gaining knowledge. Yeah.
If you had any advice to give to someone that was just starting out in, as a musician, whether it's trumpet or guitar or something like that, do you have any advice that you would give to them for getting started?
The only thing I would say is just make sure when you first start out that it's something you really want to do. There's a lot of instruments out there. Don't be pressured into taking an instrument you don't want. Because if you really like the instrument, you're going to do a lot better. Side story, I got really lucky that when I was in 4th grade, I wanted to play drums. And my parents, we had a trumpet, because my older brother took trumpet, but he quit after that. So they're like, why don't you take trumpet? Why don't you take trumpet? And I said, okay. So I took trumpet, and luckily it was the best thing I did. But then my brother is a year younger than me, and then the 1 year later, when he got in 4th grade, he got to play drums. We'd have trouble. So I was like, but it worked out good. But like I said, if you're gonna anyone that's inspiring to take up any kind of musical instrument, make sure it's one you really have passion for, because you just practice and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it makes it much easier if it's something you're really passionate about.
Yeah, and you pick the instrument that actually speaks to you, you'll do fine.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.